Start being thankful for what you do got. Let's get it to him, baby girl. Hey.
That's right. Let me see. We're gonna go far, 'cause everyone knows who you are. So live your life.
Well, if you didn't see Saturday night's game, it was an old-fashioned Oklahoma beatdown. When the Red Raiders decided to come into Norman, I bet they didn't think they'd get demolished like they did. The OU defense smothered Graham Harrell and held Tech to only 45 yards rushing. Earlier that week, head coach Bob Stoops called out his fans on not being loud enough. Well, they heard him loud and clear this week.
Are we in Madison?
OU QB Sam Bradford threw for 304 yards and 4 touchdowns, while DeMarco Murray and Chris Brown both had over 100 yards on the ground and combined for 5 scores.
Never mind what haters say, ignore them till they fade away. Amazing they
Well, the Florida Gators played their walk-on Saturday as they took on the Citadel. Not much of a game here, folks. The Florida defense was stout, while the offense, led by Tim Tebow, put on a clinic, going off for 705 total yards. Of course, not a hard thing to do against the Citadel. Chris Rainey and Emmanuel Moody combined for 258 yards and 2 touchdowns. Of course, once again, this is the Citadel. Well, playing the part of evil stepsister was BYU, but hey, I guess the slipper fits because the Utah Utes completed their Cinderella story, defeating Brigham Young and punching their ticket to a BCS Bowl. Turnovers were the name of the game for BYU as QB Max Hall threw 6 interceptions. Are you kidding me? Utah quarterback Brian Johnson threw for 303 yards and 4 touchdowns, and the Utah fans celebrated their BCS berth. Well, the Penn State guys, they're going to have some roses to give their gals Saturday night as Penn State rolled over Michigan State, making it to the Rose Bowl. Penn State QB Darryl Clark threw for 341 yards and 4 scores, while the Michigan State offense was stifled, only managing 35 yards on the ground.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass.
Joe Pa was the belle of the ball, receiving this amazing bouquet. The Nittany Lions pounded the Spartans 49-18, clinching the Big Ten title and their spot in Pasadena. But Joe Pa, hey, you've been there long enough. You've earned it, buddy.
Impartial to the politics, articulate, but still a grab a nigga by the collar quick. Whoever had
Hook and ladder, Statue of Liberty, sound familiar? Oh, it's Boise State and they're back again. It was a nail-biter for Boise State Saturday against Nevada, but the Broncos did just enough, batting down a Hail Mary as time expired to hold on and win, improving their record to 11-0. And for all you Bronco fans out there, it looks good. Boise State will probably get in that large bid for the BCS Bowl if they defeat Fresno State next week.
Unhappy with the riches cause you piss poor morally, ignoring all prior advice and forewarning, and we might have...
Chris, it's cold out here. Have you seen my Beanie Wells had a big day for Ohio State to push the Buckeyes past rival Michigan. Wells had 134 yards rushing and a touchdown, while the Buckeyes defense held the struggling Wolverines to under 200 yards of total offense. Apparently, the Wolverines are only playing with about 7 or 8 people out there. Well, that's what they say. Hey, Rich Rodriguez, you ever think you might have wanted to stay at West Virginia? No, the money was too good, wasn't it? This was Ohio State's 5th straight victory over Michigan, the longest streak in school history. If you want to know more about college football's top 25 and the BCS system, check out bcsbreakdown.wordpress.com. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for the bowl season to come. Who's with me here?
Everybody watching what I do. Come walk in my shoes and see the way I'm living if you really want to. Got my mind